to the very first Sales Queen Live. So I'm so excited to be coming in today. I'm on YouTube at my YouTube channel, Cassie McKenzie, as well as in my Facebook group, which is getting a facelift very soon. Um, but I really want to come on and introduce myself. Cassie McKenzie. I'm a sales coach and a breathwork facilitator that helps you sell your way to $1 million business. And I want to come on today and talk about selling from abundance versus selling from lack and how this can pop up in your business and how you can shift it so that you don't have to use so much force to make sales or to attract money. And instead, you can start attracting sales and start attracting clients to you with ease. And so when I first started selling, especially in my business online, I would get in my head a lot around like what I could possibly see in front of me, the number of clients that would sign on in front of me. I let myself fall into patterns of lack and distortions around that without even knowing it, really. And so I was actually going back and forth with a mentor last week who really specializes in quantum quantum abundance and sales and money and all of those things. And so when I think of this and how it applies to my business and how it applies to yours, like you may think that it's just sales and it's only, strategy that leads you to making more sales. And I love talking about strategy. If you've been in any of my trainings, you know I'm really super big on passive sales, on having the right messaging, on having the right offer, talking to the right people, and being able to step into your power, right? So stepping into your power comes through in the energetics, which is the other side of things that I do. If you've been in my world recently, you know that I'm doing big sales breath work, and this is where the magic is really happening. Some of the things that are coming up are around like knowing when you're dipping into a vibe or a mindset from a lack perspective and expecting clients to fall into your lap at the same time. So you can't really create abundance in your life if you have an energetic vibration of lack. We've got to work on that energetic vibration first, which is where my breath work comes in. And because your energetic vibration is something that is like irrefutable, all right? You might not be aware of it, or if you are aware of it, then you may not know exactly how to change it, but it is attracting things to you at all times. And so this, of course, has to do with sales too, because you and your own personality and you and your own like way and state of being are like attracting opportunities and things to you at all times. And there's absolutely like it's obviously it's like it's a weird thing to talk about because it's invisible yet it's always there. And if you don't pay attention to how you might be affecting your energetic vibration, right? How you might be through your thoughts and your feelings and your perspectives or judgments, either around you or your audience or your clients or the people that you work with or the people who are paying you or the people in your DMs right now. Like we tend to make these projections out based off of your past experiences, which then shape your whole mindset around everything that you're doing. And so when you're approaching sales from a perspective of lack, it may look like something like, I only have this many people who are liking and commenting my posts. I only had 100 people look at my reel yesterday. Or who's going to buy? Like I've only had 2 people buy an early bird. Who's going to buy for full price if they didn't buy for early bird? This was one thing that I had to work on for a very, very long time. And I don't mean like very, very long time. It was just a stuck belief that kept coming back because I like a good deal. So it was like my own perspective of things was clouding the judgment on what I believed people in my audience could do. Meanwhile, there's a ton of people who don't give a shit about an early bird price and they're going to buy regardless, right? But just to go with this example, in my experience, what I noticed myself doing often was saying, oh, well, I like a good deal. And that means everybody must like a good deal. And if somebody sees that an early bird period is ending, then why would they buy it later if they could have bought it then, if they really wanted it? And this was cock blocking so many sales for me because going with this example, because I was automatically cutting off my viewpoint and cutting off my like possibilities that are out there, and by allowing my own belief system to get in the way. Meanwhile, you could have Coach Amy over here who believes, you know what, only a small percentage of people actually buy on early bird. Most of my people buy in the next couple of weeks because they might not have made a decision by then, or they might not even seen my offer. And the more excited you get about it, the more people are going to see your offers. And so people might not see your offer if you have this belief that people only buy in early bird. I'm just going to go with this example because this is something that comes up a lot for my clients, as well as like people in containers that I'm in also. Like I see them having the same objection and I'm like, oh, I remember when I had that one too. Because when you're somebody who believes that there's only a set window of time, or you're setting these rules that are constrictive around what the universe can deliver on and what you can personally deliver on, then you're naturally going to drop your energy. Okay. You're naturally going to think, if you have this belief in your head that says people only buy during early bird, let's going with this example, people only buy during early bird, then you're naturally going to think it's the day after it ends. Which actually I have an offer that just ended early bird yesterday, now that I think about it. But I love this offer. It's sales on demand, about creating a passive income system and also using my breath work to help activate you through every step so you take action and have this thing set up in a couple of days and start making passive sales without you having to show up more. It's brilliant and I fucking love it. And so, but if I had this thought of, oh my God, anybody who bought was going to buy by yesterday, then I would automatically be canceling out anybody in the future who was thinking of joining something like that, but maybe just didn't have the time to check it out or didn't hear about it. And so when you're sitting there thinking and trying to control things around who's going to buy from you, and then you're putting this like cage around what the universe and God and all your angel teams can deliver for you. And when you do that, you're automatically cutting off, like think of it as your grocery store, or no, let's just go with like your pharmacist in your little town, like your little part of town, like your neighborhood. Say you have a Walgreens or a CVS or wherever, and they sell food items, right? It's as though you have this perspective that the only food items available in the entire world are the ones that are there at Walgreens at 3:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday. Now, imagine all the people at my beach town during spring break, which is fucking madness here, that rifle through a Walgreens by 3:00, hungover or buying beer or taking shit to the beach, right? If I have these opinions and beliefs that the only chips available are the ones that are at Walgreens at 3:00 on a Sunday, then I'm obviously going to miss out on everything that the Publix, the Walmart, the Winn-Dixie, Trader Joe's, even Target, just in like a couple miles away. All the things that they have. Like I would think, like I'd shut myself down from even being available to them. So and then that's just in my little part of town, like within a 2-mile radius. Imagine even going further than that and going into towns and states and countries and all of the other stores in all of the other towns and states and countries throughout the entire world. And to me, that's That's a parallel to social media and selling offers, whether you're a coach, entrepreneur, a real estate agent, whether you sell like wealth management like portfolios. You have all of this available to you, and just because you're having a sale doesn't mean that that's the only time anybody's going to buy from you. Plenty of people will buy at full price when they believe and that they have enough of a need for it, which means it comes down to you and your messaging and connecting with them so that they know that what you're offering is exactly for them. It comes down to your mindset, like your energetics, like taking out and becoming aware that these beliefs are there, these beliefs that are stopping you from taking action, getting those uprooted and shoved out, and then selling confidently regardless of what circumstances are right in front of your face. Okay? And so the way that I achieve this and that I recommend you achieve this is twofold, I guess. So on one side, you've got your strategy, right? You've got selling skills, you've got all the ways that you post content about yourself or start a personal brand and all of those things, and how you write your messaging and having that locked tight. The second part of this is your energetics. And in my opinion and in my experience, and I've been selling for 24 years, I've tried everything under the sun. I've tried listening to affirmations while I'm in the car. I've tried getting to the verge of being fired and lighting a fire under my ass and or getting to the end of the quarter and realizing, holy shit, I'm not going to meet my quota. I got to get out and start some business going. Like that adrenaline push in order to make the sales. I've had that too. And I've also had I've also had the what do you call it? Journaling, things like that, meditation for money and sales. But the thing that's worked the best for me is breath work. And the reason is because, especially the type of breath work that I do, this allows you to go straight down to the root of the problem. You go straight down to these beliefs. Like, think about how long I went on thinking, well, I guess they're only going to buy during early bird. I'm not going to raise my price that much just in case it's, nobody buys. Like, imagine how long I went on with that type of viewpoint. It was not a great idea to do that, right? And so breath work, though, has opened my eyes over the past year and change that I have been an avid practicer of breath work. I mean, I used to do it before when I do yoga, obviously, and things like that. But actually practicing breath work from a state of shifting unconscious beliefs and tapping in, releasing the stuck emotions that have been in my body, and then getting the action steps to move on with my plan. This has been the biggest shifter for me. This has been the thing that's helped make leaps and bounds over any other modality that I've tried. And it's within 20 to 25 minutes or even less. There's two different types of breath work that I do. Some of them are 10 to 15 minute really quick shifts, and the others are about 25 minutes. But imagine being able to resolve a huge limiting thought within a 25-minute breathwork session. And you've started to feel so clear. It's you're just oh, I'm going to handle that up there. Anything that's not serving me. Right? So that's why I am offering breath work for my clients and breath work for my sales coaching, because to me, I would be doing a disservice if I didn't put these hand in hand with each other. So I invite you to come check it out with me. I'm going to be coming on here every week at 11:30. And I'm going to be diving into topics about sales strategy, breath work, and really helping you sell your way to $1 million business. And doing it from a place of power and authority, but also fun, because sales doesn't have to be this boring ass thing that you do all the time. Sales can be totally fun. And I invite you to come have fun with me, either here on my YouTube channel or on my podcast, I'm Not Salesy, as well as in my Facebook group, which we're going to be getting a change made to this Facebook group soon. So I'm not going to tell you the name yet because it's going to be changing soon. And I just invite you to come along for the ride. This is going to be so much fun. You're going to make a fuck ton of money. And I'm so excited to serve you. Right now, I also have open my program, Sales on Demand. And Sales on Demand is designed to help you create passive sales in your business, which means you literally can make money, have people signing on to your programs without you having to post more content in order to do so, without you having to show up a million times on lives unless you really want to, and without you having to be available and on sales calls all the time. So I'm going to teach you how to create a passive system within a couple of days that you can have up and running and start to make sales while you're on vacation in the Bahamas or while you are on a field trip with your kids, and allow you to tap into this whole entire system that I have that's so freaking easy and allows you to call in new clients and double your sales and hit an extra 20K every month, and do it in a way that doesn't require you to double your to-do list. So with that, thank you for joining, and I hope you have a beautiful week. Stay tuned to this channel. Make sure that you like and subscribe to this episode, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye. If I can figure out how to end it.